Hi, I'm Ian from Case Elegance, and today we're going to walk through the seasoning process of the Octodor by Klaro. So first, when you pull out the packaging, you're going to want to grab the instructions and open it up to where you can find a QR code for registering your humidor. You can also go to caseelegance.com/warranty to do that. Once you register your humidor, you're going to have access to a Klaro membership. And what the Klaro membership is a yearly supply of all the essentials that you need to maintain the humidity inside your humidor. And you're going to want to do this because we do supply one bottle of humidor solution, but as we go through the seasoning process, you're going to need more solution. And we want to make sure that you're maintaining the humidity inside your box and keeping it seasoned and making sure that your cigars are nice and moist. So additionally, with the Klaro membership, we include gel solution. And this is great for refreshing your hydro tray when the seasons change. So this is really great and you're going to want to do that. Last but not least, we do include a battery for the digital hygrometer in the front. So let's begin the seasoning process. So first, we're gonna remove the wood storage tray and we're gonna set that aside for now for a while. Next, we're going to actually remove the plastic pull tab in the front and the back of the hygrometer to turn it on. If the little rubber piece comes loose, that's okay. Just go ahead and push it in, make sure it's nice and flat. We're gonna remove the hydro tray and we're gonna remove the wood tray cover. Set that to the side. Next, we're gonna wanna make sure that the humidor is level. This is a really crucial step. There's several apps on your phone that you can download to do this. And so you're gonna wanna check each direction, make sure it's level so that the hydro tray does not spill. So it looks like we're good. The other important thing to know is we need to make sure that the temperature is ideal for seasoning and cigar storage. There is a temperature gauge in the front and we wanna keep that as close to 70 degrees as possible during this. We also want to make sure that this is not in direct sunlight because that will greatly affect the temperature and make it much harder to season. All right, so we're good and we're ready to move on to seasoning. So first step is we are actually going to get a paper towel and we're going to take some of the humidor solution that came with it and we're going to dampen the towel. Now you don't want to do too much here, but we want to lightly wipe down the interior cedar and kind of let that soak it up a little bit. Again, try not to use too much, but we do want to get it a little bit wet. All right, so after you wipe it down, we're gonna take the wood tray cover and set it on the bottom. Then we're gonna take the top of the hydro tray off, set that to the side, and put this in the bottom. Then we're gonna take the humidor solution that comes with it, and we're gonna remove the lid and the foil seal underneath. And we're gonna very carefully pour some of the humidor solution into each of the quadrants of the hydro tray. Now, what we're looking for is we need to get above 68% for over 12 hours. This can take anywhere between 3 to 5 days to achieve. If you've noticed that it's not quite reaching that, again, we recommend that you use the winter dry climate humidor solution because that will really help spike the humidity inside. Okay. So now that we're above 68%, we're ready to move on to the next step. So we're gonna take the gel solution here and we're going to open up the humidor, tear the corner and lightly sprinkle it in to each of the quadrants. After we sprinkle it, we're gonna take the humidor solution that comes with it and we're gonna lightly drizzle it into each of the corners, getting any of the crystals that maybe didn't immediately soak up. We're gonna set that to the side and again, close the lid. Now, we're gonna let this sit for like 6 to 12 hours. We're gonna let the crystals soak that humidity before moving on. So six or 12 hours have passed. The crystals look nice and soaked up. We're gonna analyze the front hygrometer and see if we're ready to move on. If your front hygrometer reading is 70 to 75%, we're just gonna move on to the next step. If it's reading 65 to 69%, we're gonna take the humidor solution, we're just gonna add a little bit more into each of the corners and we're gonna move on. Now, if it's reading below 65%, we recommend with the Klaro membership to get the winter and dry climate humidor solution. This will help spike that humidity inside and get to what we need. Now, if it's reading above 75%, we're gonna put the lid on the hydro tray, and then we're gonna very carefully remove it and set it to the side for anywhere between 12 to 48 hours. And then we're gonna place it back in, and we're gonna read the front of the hygrometer and reassess where we're at. Okay, so now we're sitting above 65%. We're ready for the final step. We're gonna open the humidor, take the lid of the hydro tray, place it on, pull it out very carefully. We wanna make sure that we're not spilling any of the humidor solution. We're gonna remove the wood tray cover, set it to the side. And then we're gonna take the hydro tray, again, very carefully, and place it in the recessed cavity in the bottom. Okay, now that it's in there, take the wood cover, place it on top. And last but not least, put the wood storage tray on top. So we're ready to put cigars in. So when placing cigars in our humidors, we recommend 67 to 75%. Why is because the cigars will soak up some of that humidity, especially if they're dry, and so you might see it decline. So if it declines below 65% or what you desire for the internal humidity levels, again, we recommend boosting that with the winter and dry climate mix that you can get with the Klaro membership. Now, an important note about the Octodor, because of its large size, it is likely that the bottom is going to have a higher humidity than the top tray humidity. And this was by design. So for instance, if my hygrometer is reading 67%, the bottom near the tray is most likely going to be around 70%, and the top storage tray is going to be 65%. So I'm likely to store some of my cigars long-term on the bottom and move the cigars to the top that I'm more likely to smoke that week or soon. Thank you so much for purchasing the Octodor from Klaro Humidors. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out to us at support@caseelegance.com. Thank you so much.